So, did you see the name suggestions?
My mate just suggested one I think you'll like. Nightclub.
I don't mind it, but someone else? Night's Watch.
I think one of us suggested that ages ago.
That's not bad. We watch stuff. It's a double entendre. Night's Watch nights, and it's like we are on. We guard pop culture. We're the
watch. Yeah.
We're the what?
I am the nerd in the darkness.
So I really like Night's Watch.
Night's Watch sounds pretty good. So what are we doing today, guys?
We're reading your comments.
My comments? I didn't leave any comments on this video. I thought we were reading fan comments.
Yeah. Your comments.
Reading their comments.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a burning smell in my nostrils right there. 500 comments. People, thank you.
Yeah, there was a lot of interaction on our last nightly news, which we really appreciated. And all the comments I read were really respectful. With the topics we covered, it could have gone anywhere.
Could have gone south.
Yeah.
So, thanks, guys. Yeah.
Speaking about your content, I really miss those times when Shad did some castle designs, especially from books and series. Also loved when Shad was showing other people castles from games like Conan Exiles. I would really love to watch you all creating some castles, towns, and games like Ark and Conan, etc. I would love to see you guys play Bannerlord, especially Shad try the My Little Warband mod on Cam.
I was expecting a My Little Pony mod, and you're literally riding the My Little Ponies.
That might be what
That
it
would
is.
be epic. If someone has not made it, make it.
Some funny reviews of medieval-themed games would be cool. Basically, more stuff with video games.
Yeah, we've got plans. Okay, but
We have plans.
I've just started replaying Bannerlord. I love it.
What were we saying about the dog chasing the car? The planning isn't the doing, Shad. The doing is the doing. The planning is thinking, I'm going to... And there's plenty of comments about that in these comments.
I'm realising I like orange sodas.
Yeah, it's good.
More than
Fanta's better, though.
They're about the same.
They're not.
There's no difference,
Fanta's
really.
better.
I mean, when I went to America, it's like they had weird, especially when I went to Qatar, they had like their own Qatar brand fizzy drinks. It's like I grabbed the orange one. It's pretty much the same.
The reason Fanta's better is because there's different flavours of Fanta. There's raspberry Fanta, grape Fanta. In Qatar, you might have missed it, they have falafel flavoured Fanta.
I did miss that.
Yeah.
Going back. So, let's break down this comment. This comment deserves to be broken down.
Yep.
When I designed castles... So, if you're talking about Conan, yes, I've designed many different types of castles in Conan, but actually designed my own castle model and presented. I've only done that with Honor Guard.
Yes. And that was on Shadowversity.
Yeah, it was popular, and none of this was done on game nights.
Yeah.
Though, I'm wondering, if they wanted me to design a brand new castle, I could do a SketchUp live stream, and you'd be amazed at how boring that would be, because...
Yeah, because it's SketchUp.
It's
Use
SketchUp,
Blender like a normal person.
And it's really slow, but there's techniques you can do. But, I've got assets. I could probably make one quicker than people might realise.
Shad, I can make you a perfectly circular castle tower that is made of individual stone bricks in 30 seconds.
Yeah, individual stone bricks is too
you can scale it to whatever size you want.
Yeah, look, I know.
It's so much better, and you can put crenellations.
I'm not denying it.
Stairs.
It's just I have so little time.
Archways
to
are
devote
generated.
the time to learn the new program is time I could be designing a whole new castle in SketchUp, and I could just get to the fun.
But if you do it in Blender, there's so many different...
I know, Oz.
You don't know, because you still defend SketchUp.
Go
What's
ahead.
better, SketchUp or Blender?
Whichever you're best at using.
Shut up, you monster.
Whoa.
Tell you what, how about... Here's a video.
Burn.
Let's have a castle off.
Okay.
Do you want to have a castle off? Whoever can build the best looking castle.
Sure.
You're just asking yourself to get wrecked with that one.
Maybe, but
How many castles have you made in your lifetime?
In what?
Anything.
Conan Exiles, I've made a fair few.
Yeah.
Not as many as this.
But in Blender?
No, it has. In
'Cause
Blender?
yeah.
I've made them in Blender.
Okay.
You can't see them. I'll make them. Okay, I'll do it. Do you want to have a castle off? That's a video idea. You use SketchUp, I'll use Blender.
I'll watch.
Yeah, that might be interesting. You do realise, I designed, the real Winterfell in SketchUp.
Oh, I can't use the F word, can I? Since I don't have any Fs to give you right now.
No, you know that has weight behind it. That's an epic castle.
It is an epic castle. But you know what, Shad? Blender is an epic program.
I'm not saying it isn't.
Next comment.
Wait, we're not done with that comment.
We're not done with that
to break
one.
down
Okay.
this comment. But Conan and Bannerlord, yeah, I totally want to do game, live streams, or we'll play, record, edit, upload. And I even said to you today, look, we'll get the thing that we need to do the things.
I know, and I'm... Yay.
But then you were like, just before you were like, yes, you always say you never do it, Shad.
That was yesterday.
You said it.
Today
It was recording, Nathan.
No, well, to be fair, I didn't say, Shad, you don't do this. I said, wow, Shad. You know?
through someone else's comment.
Exactly, but I didn't outright say it, so I have
But you said it
plausible
yesterday.
deniability. When we play Bannerlord, could we bring Carl in? Playing with Carl was literally my dream come true.
That was a lot
I'm
of
not
fun.
even kidding. That's my dream. I love Carl.
But it's timing and other things. We'll see. We'll see.
Okay.
But
Funny reviews, medieval themed games would be cool too. Basically, more stuff with video games.
yeah, so just like make more content and make more games. Yeah, we want to. Trying.
We're planning to. Yeah. Like dogs chasing a car. Alright, okay, something that says atheism in it, so I'm not going to read that.
Hey, no.
Oh, fine.
Regarding listening to people with views, opinions, and beliefs, I'm an atheist, but enjoy listening to others' beliefs, even choosing to study RS, religious studies.
Yeah.
And I'll. Where's the
Even
next
speak to
line?
Jehovah's
Even speak to Jehovah's Witnesses. Speaking to Jehovah's Witnesses is very fun. So much so that they don't like coming around here anymore. Because I win.
A little bit of trolling.
I don't troll them. I just lay out doctrinal consistencies and where they naturally lead, to the point where they are so afraid of the irrefutable logic that they don't want to be converted, so they never return.
So you wreck them with facts and logic.
Yes, I do.
Wow. Ben
It's
Shapiro
great.
will be proud.
And look,
Alright.
hey, if you're Jehovah's Witnesses,
Here we go. 31,
come by and we'll have a chat.
31 likes, including my own. Chasing a car is not a plan, it's following an impulse. And as an expert on following my impulses, I agree.
But once you have the impulse to chase the car, is that not a type of plan in your head that you've decided to do?
Do you have the impulse to not, like, plan your words out and, what do you call it? These little analogies? You're just like, no. The doing is the planning, chasing the car is the plan.
Let me rephrase what you just said, but in clearer terms. Do you ever have the impulse to just be more stupid?
I don't think you can have an impulse for something like that.
That's what you're like. That's essentially what you say. Don't plan out. Do.
Should we just move on to the next
Yes,
one?
let's move on.
Okay.
Nathan,
See,
you
we
can
both
read this
lost
one out.
then. Okay, fine.
Oh.
I got a good speaking
Okay.
voice.
Arguments between Oz and Shad always go the same way. Shad makes a statement kind of in passing, but doesn't phrase it quite perfectly, which leads Oz to disagree with his phrasing. Shad then starts to argue with him because he believes he's right. The argument then gets pseudo-heated. At some point during the argument, Shad will realise the argument is only over his poor phrasing and will try to correct it. The more Shad tries to correct his phrasing, the more nitpicky Oz will get. Because he's better than saying, oh, well, if that's what you meant, then you're actually correct. It's both infuriating and entertaining.
No, because to say if that's what you meant, then you're correct, well, you didn't say that to begin with.
You're literally proving the point of the comments.
Yes, but I'm
Getting
giving
more nitpicky and not being willing to.
At least I phrase things more correct when I say them. I don't require other people's goodwill to know what I mean, you know? I just say what I mean.
So do I.
Yeah, you do it retardedly sometimes. Alright. I love that there seems to be a convergence of audiences beginning. There are multiple levels of overlap. There are multiple layers overlapping. Wait, I'm reading that retardedly. Sorry. Should read that.
There are multiple layers of overlap becoming evident between various channels now. I disagree that game nights needs to only be happy game and pop culture time. There needs to be frank, grounded, serious discussion to keep people unified. So the first thing, a convergence of audiences. That's an interesting observation. What do you guys think?
I agree.
Yeah. I've seen that in the comments and also like on Discord and stuff. You've got like a range of different people who've come from different things, but they're staying because of
Me.
whatever.
We need to see how many
yes.
regular subscribers we're losing. So here's the thing. The Game Nights subscription point has been fairly static, the same, but it is what's actually been happening is we've been growing, we've been gaining subscribers, but we've also been losing subscribers at about the same rate.
Yeah.
I don't understand why.
And so what I've already explained to these guys is that a lot of the people have come over from Shadiversity, and they're of course like the Shadiversity content, but they don't know what the game night content is like, and so they need to either be inoculated, exposed to it or stuff, or get used to it, or they find out it's not their cup of tea and they leave. And so at the moment we're kind of sifting through the current subscriber base because we started with a good number, and very few channels have that privilege to start where we started.
Started 40K, didn't
but we're sifting through the audience to find the literally finding our audience that likes the type of content we're making, everything, because it's not the same as Shadiversity. And once that sifting has been done, then I think we'll start to see more regular, because we're gaining subscribers like 100 to 200 a day, but we're usually losing it close to the same.
So we're separating the wheat from the chaff.
Yeah, basically.
So the wheat knows what to do when we've finished.
And so part of me finds that satisfying because the people who are staying, they get it. You know, they're here for good, and these are the people commenting and they like it and stuff.
Kill the unsubscribers.
All right, so Nathan, we'll let you continue.
Okay. All the experts in the field are paid by federal government research grants. Is there any bias in research grants towards big government spending?
So, first of all, what do you mean by which field?
Well,
are they talking about climate change specifically, or like, because that's not the case with every field of science, not by a long shot. But if it's referring to climate change, well, I do agree there's a lot of money to be had in researching climate change stuff, and a lot of government grants, and I think that really does skew biases.
Well, there's
and
studies.
I find that concerning.
There's studies, and then there's independent studies. Studies independent of, political institutions, and those are the ones that you can usually trust. But at the same time, like, you're always saying if someone's correct, it doesn't matter where the authority comes from. And there's so
I stand by that.
Yeah, and Jordan Peterson talked about this a lot. There are so many studies that people have done that just because they didn't pass peer review, we just disregarded. They were essentially correct.
But see, I if anyone puts forward really good information, right, I actually consider them a type of authority and expert. I don't need people them to have the plaque or whatever. If they're studying, they're showing really good methodology, really good research. They don't need university qualifications. I will consider them an expert, and I include them in my thing. When you say you should listen to experts, you should listen to everyone who's presenting expertise in the field.
Okay.
And that's why I also don't consider certain experts as experts at all. Neil deGrasse Tyson in climate change and other areas, and a lot of areas he mouths off on.
What doesn't he mouth off on?
I mean, he's clearly an expert on astrology. That is like thing.
He tweeted at James Cameron like, "Oh, the stars in this release of Titanic are incorrect for the year."
Good on him. That's the nitpicky stuff he should stick to. Yes, that's like me with my swords.
He's just so Reddit. Anyway.
But yeah, him mouthing off on like social stuff and where society's going and all that, and it's like from a very, very skewed and biased perspective. And not just him, like a lot of people. And that's why, and so I actually stand to a lot of so-called experts that because I see, especially like when they get things wrong that I've been able to disprove, it's like, well, I'm not really going to regard your expertise with any...
Like Matt Pat.
Well... Yeah, but even like on the stuff related to my channel, like I've done studies medieval archery, for instance, and there were a lot of so-called experts who were flat out wrong.
Yeah. What was the guy's name? Noob Sensei? Noob Sensei.
No. Things are done with new. I'm trying to bury the hatchet, even though I did make that... It was a respectful reply, but yeah, he was still getting things wrong.
What about all the Reddit stuff that he's commented on about you? That he'll be like, yeah, hey Shad, how you going? Hey, by the way, this Shad guy's a prick.
Well, that's look, that's over-exaggerating, but when we were communicating, email-wise, he was still trashing me, like, in terms of my success, like, on Reddit and other things, and even quoted certain things from the email chain we had.
Yep.
And I was like, all right, so you're happy with going public with our discussion and everything. But we were being really respectful. But yeah, when I saw him doing that, and then making really bad claims again, but that's like, there's been no real communication between us two, and that's certainly what he wants because he doesn't like the engagement, and I respect that, and I won't be going after him either.
I think
unless
appreciate the views.
he makes bad statements that are wrong, that are directly related to stuff that I talk about, then, you know, fair game.
Oz, I'll let you read this next one.
Oh, okay. Here we go. Is this a good
Did
one
you
or a
have
bad
anything to share?
No.
Okay.
one? All right. I don't know about Nathan being the less crazy. I tend to go with this quote. I don't trust a man that doesn't have something strange going on about him, because that means he's hiding it from you. I'm joking about Nathan, but this quote really applies to everyone in any kind of politics. Exactly, and that's why Trump was a legend, because he didn't pretend to be, you know, this perfect saintly figure. He was a big orange douche, and that's why he was great.
Oz likes Trump.
I like Trump. I read his book, Out of the Deal. Great book. He's a genius.
What are your
Wonderful
thoughts,
genius.
I think he's a good businessman.
No.
Oh, as in...
No, what are you hiding?
Oh, what am I hiding? My
Yes,
thoughts.
this is directly about you.
Oh, I'm always hiding things, but it's...
I
nothing-
know, yeah.
You don't need to be worried about the things I'm hiding.
And what did you say? Like, nothing strange?
Yeah.
Nathan's very strange.
He's very strange, but I know what you're hiding. You're hiding your teeth. You have to let your fangs out, dude. I have a feeling you've been taught that aggression is bad.
Just...
It's not. Aggression's not bad.
Where is that coming from?
I wish you could send it down the camera. So,
What?
because that would have been a perfect cut. The way you like looked at me and said that.
Aggression's good, people. That's all I'll say about that. But that's...
Why are you... Why do you think he doesn't believe, like, there's uses for aggression?
No, I'm not saying that. He doesn't use it enough.
That's... Yeah, there are more gentle people. Yeah. What, you've never met a more gentle person? You think
Not more gentle than him.
I have.
Oh, wait, Mr. Rogers.
Yeah.
Okay, look, I want you to get up and get angry. I want you to yell some stuff.
It's not my nature as
It's
much.
not his
really.
nature.
No.
But
And I admire people like that, you know. But when they do snap, that's when it's like, ooh. Well, you know, this goes to a quote from Patrick Rothfuss in his Kingkiller Chronicles. It's like, beware certain things, something in the storm, something, and a wise man's, a soft-spoken man's anger or something like that.
something like that.
Wise man fear, I forget. It's a good book.
You
though.
quoted that so eloquently.
Oh, no,
I barely understood.
But, all right, a couple of weird things that is out in the open about Nathan. Just look at his eyes. Like, really look at them.
No, stop trying to dodge the game.
What else, Shad? What else? What are my other... What secrets have you seen that I have?
When he gets angry, he talks like Jerry Seinfeld. When he's actually flabbergasted, he's like, I don't know what to do. Do it. Get angry about something.
What's the deal with Marvel? I mean, like...
That was really well done.
Yeah. That's what I do.
Okay, actually, I don't want to say what's mine because we'll be here for too long.
What's weird about odds? Where to begin?
I embrace it though, because I don't want to be just another one of the sticks in the bundle. You know, I want to be my own bush,
Your own big bundle of sticks.
my own big bundle of beautiful growing sticks.
Yep.
Colourful, flammable. And what about
You
Shad?
really are just a big screaming bundle of sticks.
Everyone's a big bundle of sticks. We don't want to. We
We don't want to go too. We don't want to reveal it too
yet,
much. Yes.
Not yet.
Not
Okay.
yet. No.
So yeah, everybody is strange, and if they don't appear to be strange, judge them for being normal. You know what Norm Macdonald said?
No, it's funny how we have biases, right? Like, and this isn't good, right? Because I have this prejudice, and it's not really a prejudice, but it's that thing where you're like, oh, yeah. And it's like overly, people who are really into sports, the jocks type, like, to me, they strike me as normies, and to me, like, the real Chad stuff is like, D&D, nerd stuff, fantasy and everything like that. It's like, and I almost look to like sports jocks the same way sports jocks used to look at nerds. It's like, you're a nerd. I'm like, you're a sports jock.
Well, it's just people are into different stuff.
I know, that's the reality. And that's
Yeah.
what I tell. I was like, Shad, stop that.
Your father-in-law is into sports, and he is the most gentle soul I've ever
Oh,
met.
yeah. And
Really
my
good
brother
guy.
and dad, they're like, you know,
Yeah.
sports ball, they love it.
Yeah.
But then there are people who like, that's their identity.
Well, I mean, swords.
Actually, they strike me as more the people who are obsessed with sports and have all the paraphernalia and stuff. They strike me as more normal because they're more like me than just.
It makes sense.
Yeah, like when you like something, be obsessive about it. You know, embrace it. Like.
Yeah. Careful with people who don't have obsessive behaviors about things.
So contrary to what, like, if they're obsessive, you're going to be.
No, but if you can't see what they're obsessive about, then they're hiding what they're obsessive about.
Not always. They might just not be an obsessive person.
No, I don't think that's the case.
Yeah.
I think everyone's obsessive about something. All right. I love how Nathan acts as the straight man in contrast to the eccentricity of Oz and Shad. Thanks.
Thanks.
I always said you're like a praying mantis dude with how like straight up you are. Like, I'm like a fly that just buzzes around. Won't leave you alone.
I'm just like...
You're a praying mantis that like grabs the fly, just eats its face. And what's Shad? Shad's I'm a pretty butterfly. What was that creature again?
The caterpillar in both life.
Yes, you're the caterpillar. In
Well,
life,
I don't know why.
In life, you were the caterpillar, and now you're a glorious butterfly.
I don't see the through line there.
It doesn't matter.
Oz lost it.
Yeah.
Oz, just do it. Like a dog chasing a car. Shad, if you break down the mentality of the dog, it's clearly an intellectual planning on how to chase the tire, etc., etc. Oz, it's a dog! Urge, chase, catch! Thank you, Noble J7. This guy's in the Discord a lot. He's the American who went outside and let off a few rounds for me. He's a legend. I love this guy. Yeah. Okay. I do enjoy these videos with all their tangents, rants, and arguments. Only change I'd make is to have a segment where you unleash Nathan. We've tried. We need to hear those dark thoughts that brew as he sits there in silence. Also, with the name change, check the searchability as it is the channel doesn't come up with.
Yeah, that's one of the big issues about the searchability, because the Command Zone has their series game nights and they're constantly making content around it. We are getting drowned out in the searchability, and so we've got some options we're exploring.
He's not finished yet.
Okay.
And to make sure this gets read, Oz, lose some weight, you rotund radicalized rapscallion. What does rotund mean?
Round.
Round, but overly, like, it means fat and round.
I'm a pretty butterfly.
Yeah. It doesn't just mean round, it means fat, large, and round.
Yes, okay. I've put on some weight, people. Life is scary outside, so I have to eat.
I am actually losing weight.
You're losing weight. I'm actually every night when Shad's asleep, I get a straw. I go right to the belly button.
that's gross. No, that's.
I've become more like Shad as time goes on.
What was that? Where did that come from?
I'm like Daniel Day-Lewis. I'm drinking your milkshake. Okay.
I guess my milkshake brings all the boys to the eye.
All right. When you tear out a man's tongue, you're not proving him a liar. You're only telling the world that you fear what he might say. George R.R. Martin, probably the closest truth he's ever written. He didn't say that, did he?
I think that's in Game of Thrones.
Yeah, but I'm sure that someone else said that.
Probably. And
Yeah.
he's quoting. Because it's a good line. Like.
The Curse of Silver... And keep that in mind every time you're like, oh, no, Oz, we're going to have to cut that. Because it happens like 50 times one recording.
Yeah, because sometimes I do fear what you're going to say because YouTube has a ban hammer ready to drop. So that's not me contradicting it, that's me confirming it.
Did you see Grade A Andre's most recent video?
No.
About the C word? Not the...
Hang on. So Grade A Andre, I've heard of him. Is he like an old school YouTuber that's...
Old school, he comes back every now and
Comes
then.
back now and then, yeah, I thought so. It's
got
like in the
5
same
minutes
vein as like Leafy and
Yes.
stuff. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
But he did a video that would have been my side of the virus issue.
Okay.
Yeah, and he got away with it. Well, I guess we'll see. It came up yesterday. Right. The Curse of Silverthorn was a really great series to watch. And it looked fun for the players participating as well. So you could do another series like it, if not for the viewers.
Okay, so this is the thing.
For your own enjoyment.
I can game master half decently. Like, I think I can, I have evidence to show that in like The Rogue Star campaign that I did on Tabletop Time back in the day, Silverthorn. The thing is, it takes... Because I take it so seriously, I want to do a good job, I devote a lot of attention and effort into it, and doing Silverthorn was actually really draining, trying to do that and balance everything else. The timing made it worse, because I had to get up like really early, and my sleep is whacked because of sleep apnea and stuff, and I'd be totally exhausted, and that was actually really, really tough for me to manage, and I just can't do it. Like, I can play, I can just rock up and play, have a good time, but actual, narrating, game mastering, again, because I write the scenarios, and it takes all my effort for if I was going to write that day, and I got too much stuff I'm needing to do. So we want to do role-playing things, but that means we need someone else to run it.
Let's get Dylan back.
Well, that's why we did get Dylan for us. But Dylan has a job, he's got a life, but he is keen to keep doing it. And so we're thinking of trying to do like a full day of just the D&D thing and get several like hour episodes in that one day. But it's just a matter of scheduling. Because Dylan is a great DM. He's awesome.
But he's also an accountant. All right. As a
I would call him an entrepreneur.
Entrepreneur?
Yeah, because he actually owns his own accounting business and several other businesses. He's a switched on guy, Dylan.
That's how he's able to afford Warhammer.
Yeah. Just become rich.
As a trans female, I am really liking this video because I agree, and it's why I don't really want to be part of the trans community. Everyone is allowed their own views and opinions. If someone can't accept me for me, that is a them problem, not a me problem. There is no reason to judge others, just enjoy entertainment, and if it's not for you, then look at something else and enjoy that instead.
You, madam, win the internet. What a friggin' awesome comment.
Yeah.
Like, absolutely awesome. Yes! Sanity in the world! It's still there somewhere. And look, thank you for watching our content. You're welcome. And even though we're not going to agree on everything, doesn't friggin' matter. We can still enjoy movies and stuff. I mean, the fact that people get so hung up on differences of you don't accept my identity and I don't accept yours, therefore you're a terrible person and you have to be cancelled. It's disgusting and it's ruining the world and I hate it. But to see people, like this commenter, just perfectly fine and thank goodness, thank you. Like, you restored a little bit of my faith in humanity by that comment.
Thank you, Millie. Thank you very much.
Because I was legitimately worried we'd have some unhinged, trans activists trying to destroy us after the discussion we had on the last thing. But contrary to that, our audience is awesome. They understand the context of what we were saying. And it was like really, really great to see.
Oz just got 10 times more based. Thank you, Loud Soup. I love it when I read stuff like that.
You can hear his ego
Nathan,
grow.
you should become like a liberal progressive to
He's
fight
on-
against
he's on
Oz.
Twitter.
Well, you're pretty
I'm halfway
close.
there.
Yeah, you're halfway there.
We had
make
an argument
video
about
games
ABC.
and-
Yeah,
That whole
you just need to
culture's-
be unhinged now and try and cancel them for the...
Don't try to cancel me. Argue with me, though. I encourage that. I'm not going to, shout you down. I'll listen to what you have to say. But I
Tone
also...
of voice makes me think otherwise.
I also know that
I
you're
won't
wrong.
shout you down, Nathan.
What?
I'll disagree, but I won't shout you down.
I like it.
That's what I got from that.
I'm just talking normally.
I'm just talking normally.
Commenters, am I doing something wrong?
Remember, it's about your delivery last. You don't realise the energy and passion, and how you start to sound crazy when you get going.
I'm not Uber Eats. I can't give slow, delayed, monotonous delivery. Okay, I am.
Red-blooded.
I'm Amazon Express, baby. I am next day. Okay. Anyway,
Were you about to say something?
Yeah, say something, man.
What was I about to say?
Oh no, you went and then stopped.
Yeah,
and that's what we want you to stop. When you just go out, cut us off, and just.
I can't remember. You're talking about being liberal. I mean, I don't agree with everything, but I feel like if we know I'm playing devil's advocate, I'll give it a go.
Hey,
See, I play devil's advocate all the time.
Me too.
Yeah.
But just against Oz, I'll just be very left leaning for you, Oz. So
well, that's good because I know what they'll say, and I know how to defeat them in it. So, please do. No, honestly, please do.
Okay.
Right. In terms of content, I want to see Shad and Oz continue Dragon's Dogma or Dark Souls, any of them. My favourite is 3. Dark Souls would be good.
This was the thing about streaming. It took energy and effort. And I work all day and I use video games to try and relax. And streaming, because I felt like when I have a large audience, I can't turn off the entertaining thing.
You can, though.
No, but there's an audience there.
You don't have to be entertaining all the time. I'll fill in for you.
See, it was draining. The thing is, though, I think when we play together, you guys can take a lot of that effort for me, and I can relax a bit more, and hopefully it'll be content that I can do that won't drain me, that'll still get some of the fun, relaxing gaming time in, and we can make good content. Like, it'll be fun to stream Conan a bit. Conan will be good, because it's a game I'm very familiar with. The Metatron is getting into Conan heaps.
Metatron?
And he's really interested in playing Conan with us. And
He's Italian, isn't he?
Yeah, Metatron's awesome. But he, he's going to be having a visit in the US, and I was like, well, when you're there, you know, it's easy to connect to the service in the US from Australia than the EU. Holy crap! Like the EU is cancer when you try and connect on those servers in any game from Australia.
No, just you could have ended it. The EU is cancer.
Yeah, the EU is cancer.
Right.
Well, no, look. What was their thing? Their link tax.
Link tax.
They wanted to tax people for linking and all this, like
Article 13.
Yeah, like it was. Yeah, that's why they use cancer. The crap that they've been trying to pull with internet censorship as well and stuff like that.
Awful.
Yeah.
All right. I like this comment.
Did we finish everything on that one about?
did.
We wanted
Dark Souls 3.
Yeah, and so we want to do gaming content. We need to schedule the time. We are after a bit of equipment that will help us enable do it. But there's other games that we're thinking of doing as well.
Yep.
So,
Skyrim.
Skyrim.
Would you guys like to see us play
Multiplayer
Skyrim?
Skyrim.
Multiplayer Skyrim. Or you can even do Fallout 4 if you wanted to. Yeah. All right. Re-experts. I really like this comment. Because it's from a based source. My favorite quote about experts is, always listen to experts. They will tell you what can't be done and why. Then go ahead and do it. Robert A. Heinlein, the writer of Starship Troopers.
Well, technically, that's exactly what I did with the archery debate.
Yep.
Heaps of these experts were saying, you can't shoot the way that I was proposing and pointing out in the medieval artwork that they're shooting like. And I was like, all right, I'll test it myself. And I did it really well. It worked fine. And so those so-called experts were idiots. And literally, they would come to me and say, like, they would list their credentials. I've studied the Mary Rose bows and everything like this. I've been shooting for X amount of time. I make bows, and I'm telling you, you'll injure yourself. It's dangerous, and all this. Oh, and the arrow can constantly fall off, and the arrow hit the shaft, and all this bull crap. Because I proved them wrong by doing it.
Here's my list of qualifications, and I'm still wrong.
Yeah, and so when I say trust the experts, that's in the context of what I consider being an expert, because I didn't consider these people experts. They were idiots in the end.
Yeah.
And so, like, that's when you need to find reliable sources, don't you?
Yeah.
And you would agree with that.
Yeah. Well,
mostly reliable. As reliable as you can find.
I think you should find the unreliable ones as well, so you know what's not true.
Yeah,
You can tell the difference between what's...
I love when they are arguing about literally agreeing with each other.
It happens a lot here.
Yeah.
Though, man, we have had some great ones where we do not agree, like immigration.
Yes.
But actually, we're mostly agreeing on that one too.
No, because yours is you give me the exception, but I give you the rule.
No,
And I'm like, here's the rule, and you're like, yes.
Well, you don't want to
exception.
dig that one up again, but so much I was like, I'm agreeing with you, Oz. I just feel like you're not acknowledging this other part, because every time you tried to put your... Anyway, sorry, we're stopping.
Just for the people who do know and can read between the lines, we were talking about the Gallic slaves in Rome and the problems that had on the general populace of Rome, and how that equates to today's modern era.
There you go.
So I was on the side of Caesar, and Chad was on the side of the Senate. Anyway.
No, I wasn't. You can continue.
All right. This sort of thing is exactly what Klaus Schwab fetishizes. Stakeholder capitalism, ladies and gents. The Great Reset. Shad, you've got some reading to do.
Look, the thing is, I actually am more aware of all that stuff. Okay.
Not more than me.
Well, you dive into it very deeply and stuff. And yeah, people have been trying to... I'm not like... Of course, the Great Reset is a thing that many politicians are wanting to push.
Almost all of them.
Like, they've said it out out in the open.
Yes.
Okay? And even our Australian Prime Minister has spoken against it, where he actually... Yeah, he said we do not need a Great Reset.
Yeah, but we're still taking all the steps towards them. Like, this is all part of it. Everything that's happening now is part of that leading to it.
You can see things that they're trying to put in. We'll see where it goes.
No, I'm serious. All of their responses to this and what they're saying about the climate stuff, because now they're moving away from the virus and they're moving towards the climate stuff.
But like the whole thing about not owning property and everything.
Yeah.
He's dead against it. He was like, you know, he came out and...
We have property taxes, right?
When you say land property or owning items of property, like I own this
Land
chair, it's my property. Yeah, well, there are land
Rates and
taxes,
stuff like that. Yeah, so that pretty much removes the principle of land ownership. You don't own it, you rent it from the government.
Yeah, I can see that point.
Yeah.
But that's not what they're referring to when they say you will own nothing and you'll be happy.
It basically is.
No.
You will own literally nothing. Everything you own will be rented to you.
Yeah, that's an extreme and a different interpretation of what we currently have. Like, I have far more ownership rights over my property than what they want to institute.
Remember the villains and all the stories that come out? And
I'm not saying I'm on board with the restrictions that exist over what you should rightly own. I think it gets ridiculous. You can't even chop down a tree without a permit, and I find that
ridiculous.
Unbelievably dumb.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So, look,
if you ever want some reading material that'll make you go, what the hell? And make you really question the powers that be, just come straight to me. Computing Forever on BitChute. Check him out. He's great. Alright. Yes, I would absolutely love another Curse of Silver Thorns series. And I believe most people on this channel would too. And I love Oz's Alex Jones energy.
Yeah, we need a game master. I can't manage it. I'm working on too many things. I'm trying to finish a book. I'm trying to maintain a YouTube channel. I'm trying to do a property development. Things are happening with that.
Trying to write a new book?
Yeah, I mentioned that.
Oh.
And I'm trying to launch a graphic novel. Trying to do, when I say a YouTube channel, 2 YouTube channels technically.
Yeah.
And in terms of the content, there's like so much videos I would like to do, but I don't have the energy or time, and I can only do what I can as it comes. And then there are the sponsorships I've got to make. Whew, I'm a busy guy.
Shad, I have a point. Nathan looks at Shad. Oz, I disagree. Nathan looks at Oz. Shad, why? Oz, because you word it in a confusing way to me, so I'm going to say it in a slightly different way. Shad, that's what I just said! Nathan looks at Shad, then back at Oz, agreeing with Shad. Chess is 2D, shogi is 3D.
Oh, yes. Love your comment. Love you, mate. What do you think?
They get me so well.
Yeah, except the looking back and forth between me and Shad wasn't quick enough. I'm sorry. That was mean.
I don't get it.
Never mind.
What are you saying, Oz?
Yeah.
Oh, with the... Okay.
Oh.
That wasn't mean.
I'm sorry. Oh, but it's fun. Like, oh, Oz, you're fat! Oz, you're fat!
Well, that's it. Like, fat is a more noticeable kind of thing that people grab onto as the low-hanging fruit. People don't notice Nathan's eyes, and if they do, it's not a really insulting thing. It's like, so my eyes scan.
The other day, we were crossing paths while he was coming from his car and I was leaving, right? So he was like 20 meters away, and he waved at me, and I'm like, me? Because his eyes are... Sorry, Nathan. Last one, okay?
You're really trying. They don't stick.
Just kidding. I'm so fat and round, he physically couldn't have been looking past me.
So that's what I thought when you were saying that joke. I thought you were calling yourself fat.
All right, so low-hanging fruit criticisms of me. I have a big nose. Like,
oh, I've just noticed.
If I look at turn on profile.
Oh, that almost hit me, dude. Careful.
So you can make fun of my nose.
Yep.
But it gets masked because of the glasses. Because the glasses is part. And what about my nostrils? Are you looking at my nostrils?
Oh, dude.
They
should start giving you a carbon tax.
I can flare my nostrils at will.
We actually have to leave a door open because he sucks all the oxygen out of this room in one breath.
So you could make fun of my nostrils.
That's why they'll never let you on spaceships.
Yeah. So those are the low-hanging fruits for me, I think.
Glasses.
That's.
I don't have
it's
glasses.
Not a person. Like, I actually like glasses. They make me look smart, and so it's not when you're insulting something that.
You need that though.
Yeah, I do. Well, it's a whole veneer, like the beard and the grey.
Yeah.
Just adds to the authority, the semblance of authority, and then the glasses, the accents.
Yes.
Having someone stupid sit next to me, all there to make me look
You
smart.
need a dumb lackey. You do. But the king...
See, that's the low-hanging fruit. I'm sorry, Osman. You're so good about it.
I'm not dumb, though.
You know, that's the thing.
The
I know
wise
you're
man
nice.
plays the fool. All right.
And then I have a yes man.
Oh. I'm going to get you some cold water to dunk your nuts into. Nathan's not a yes man. He's just a gentle soul.
See, that was the low-hanging fruit for Nathan.
Yeah, Shad got it.
We love you, Nathan.
Your grapes turned into sultanas just then. All right. The funniest, best part of these videos is Nathan's expressions. He is very relatable.
You are.
You know what's funny? When I edit these videos, well, when I'm here, I feel like my face is like this. But then when I edit, I'm like this. The whole time. I'm like, I don't feel myself smiling.
Yeah.
Or doing the expressions.
It's just so natural.
I start daydreaming and looking between you two arguing and just...
Your reactions in the Hobbit food video was just made the video.
Yeah, those were genuine. That was a day I'll never forget.
A legit Conan Exiles roleplay server would be super fun, or other similar open world game.
So I've actually done that. I've had a Conan Exile server, Shadowversity.
We did make a video out of it.
It was a nightmare to manage, and I didn't even manage it. But
Yeah.
people still came to me with issues and problems.
I managed it.
What do you mean?
For the first time we did it,
Oh, yeah.
I managed it.
No, you didn't. You were horrible.
That's why I'm saying managed.
Oz was like, Shad, make the Conan server. It'll be great. I'll be the admin. I'll handle everything. Oz, that's a business. No, I'll do it, Shad. I'll do it. You didn't even last a week. Barely a couple of days.
There were some punitive measures I took against players.
Yeah, and you overreacted.
If someone keeps coming to me like, this person kicked me, I'm like, oh, okay, they didn't break any rules, so, and they're like, yeah, but they did it when I logged off, and I'm like, I don't care, and they just kept coming to me, so I removed them.
So what the issue was is that the player thought that someone had built within his boundary and he couldn't finish his base because his build limit was reaching the end.
Yeah.
And so you went to check it out and you found out it wasn't, but you were very snippy with him the whole time, right?
I'm never snippy with anyone.
And then when you figured it out, you basically, it's not a problem. Stop! Don't freaking come with me like this again. And then the player,
deleting his base.
the player snapped. He was like, you know what? F you. So Oz just went nuclear and destroyed his whole base.
And I kicked him from the game.
And kicked him from the game for swearing at you when you were being so snippy to him.
You see, some people deserve it though.
You! It was your job.
Well, that just goes to show, don't give me jobs. Unless you're...
And so...
concentration camp.
I found some great people who did their very best, and they did a good job for the amount of time that they could give to the server. But still, people came with me with problems. One guy even did this big whole Reddit post about how bad, and the admin were doing what they could, and they were doing the best job they can. And it was just too much at the end of the day. And so I ended it. Would we do another server? Thing is, I still have that server. I'm still paying for it, and I visit it now and then as a private thing online that Oz can join and whatnot. Maybe we'll get Metatron to join. Maybe we'll make like a super private one and only give
YouTubers
the access to
Start
actual play, like people who are not troll. Because the other issue when I started that server, man, we got so many trolls and hackers and legitimate cheaters who were doing hacking programs and stuff.
Yep.
And so Oz and I, at the early days, we needed to go in invisible admin mode and just watch these players that we had been getting reports on.
Yep.
To the point where we saw them legitimately cheating and catching them in the act. And we needed to do that, and we caught them, and so then we...
Yep.
But that's time. It took time and management. It was... So if we did it again, it wouldn't be a public thing.
Yeah.
But you could submit to join us, maybe.
Yes.
We
Submit to us.
YouTube server, like Shad SMP, like how Dream has his own little Minecraft server with YouTubers.
Yeah. Well, get
Do
like
that, but
Carl
with all
into it.
the...
There's a couple of YouTubers, actually, I'd be interested to join in and play with us.
Can we get
online.
Carl?
I don't know if he plays Conan. He might
He
give
might
it a go.
like it. You can get slaves, Carl.
Actually, That does not sound good, Oz. He played Ark, and so I think Conan will be right up his alley.
Yeah.
But Metatron will probably jump on. There's a couple of dedicated Conan survival YouTubers that'd be interested in. I even ended up connecting or just commenting, and they commented back and stuff.
Firespark is a good one.
Firespark is great, and then there's
Who's that girl?
No, there's a guy who has like a green, like his symbol is green. Is it Whack 4 or something? I forget. But yeah, maybe we could get a couple of people on.
Yeah. Noble J7 again.
And maybe even Sir Winter would want to join. But he has his own server.
Sir Winter doesn't like you.
No, he does. He's
Really?
been commenting on my videos and stuff.
Oh.
Good on you. Like, thanks, sir. Sir Winter.
Well, in the video I was in with him, when I mentioned you, he cut that whole part out.
Because he didn't know who I was then. It sounded like this cheap YouTuber plug. It's like, you should check out this YouTuber.
Whatever. Anyway,
I would have cut it too. You were weird. You early days of Conan, man. You were weird.
Oh.
You know it.
Well, we all have growing pains. Always like listening to y'all talk about all of this. For some reason, I enjoy listening to Oz, Nathan, and Shad talk about all this, and managed to watch the whole thing. Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Wow.
Good on you, Noble J. Alright, what the hell is Shad talking about? Like a dog chasing a car is acting purely on impulse. Team Oz.
You might have a point.
Yeah, okay. And you might have a little bit of a point when it comes to chess. Only slightly.
Wow! Oh, all the battles we have gone through to get to this point.
Museum of the Bible and the Ark. Shad, Oz, I agree with all of your conspiracy theories. Yeah, theories. We know they're true. At least the ones that I believe. Alright.
Good shot.
I was aiming for that.
It's like bouncing over. This is really tough.
Hey! Finally got out of reach. Alright.
If that didn't get out of reach, I would have been here for like, I don't know, however long it would take.
I really enjoyed the science and religion discussion. I find myself much agreeing with Shad's view of science and religion. Very fun video.
Thank you. Was there more to that comment?
That was it.
Oh, well, thank you. It's funny, I actually really love those types of discussions as well. I don't have time to have it with everyone, because some people actually do mention me, it's like, they like my take on literally religion and stuff, and that's like, I'd love to talk about it with you. And part of me is like, I'd love to talk about it as well, but I don't have the time. And then I get a lot of requests like that, and, you know, how can you balance and manage it? I mean, maybe one day I actually just start making videos on my religious philosophies and stuff.
Do it, man.
But it's like I need a whole new channel for it.
Yep.
Because it doesn't fit on Shadiversity. Though it can't. No, not really. And it doesn't fit here.
Destroy the atheists with faith and logic. Okay. I
have a very good argument. Like, you could even call it a secular argument for the existence of God.
Yeah.
Oz has heard it, right?
I've heard it.
That's what converted him.
I used to be an atheist.
But I did end up converting him, literally.
Yeah.
He's a Mormon now. I baptized him. I actually approached it from almost a secular thing. Just the logical process that I believe leads to the logical conclusion that a higher power not only can exist, but must exist based on core things we observe about reality. Yeah.
Yeah, same here. Okay. I love Oz. The more I watch these videos, the more I realise how similar we are.
Of course, that's the last comment.
Of course.
And how infuriating I must be sometimes. You guys are great. Keep fighting the good fight, you magnificent bastards.
Oh, that is an actual wonderful comment.
What do you mean I'm infuriating?
That is a wonderful comment. Thank you for sharing that. And look, we really appreciate you guys. Thanks for... we are growing a really cool kind of community here on Game Nights. We're an odd kind of channel. But we're just doing our thing.
We don't have a formula, I feel like.
We're just being ourselves and doing our thing and having fun with it. And people are enjoying it, and that's great.
Yeah, this is part of our formula, though. Just chatting.
Yeah.
People like to hear from you. People like to hear from me. Nathan sometimes puts in his 2
I
cents?
do a personal video now and then.
Oh, that's the thing. You do tons of personal videos. That's when you talk.
Yeah, because no one else can say anything.
Yeah. I suck at personal videos.
You need to do more.
I want to do a painting one.
But no, you've got low effort reviews. That's it.
I've got I had low effort reviews.
No, we're going to do more.
Shad, I've gotten too fat. People won't. The continuity is out of order. Like, you know, they'll be like, "Who's this guy doing low effort reviews? This guy eat Oz?
Who's this new guy?
Is that Oz wearing a fat suit? Who's this sumo wrestler?"
I love that you just not only lean into it, you embrace it and make it worse.
Yeah. Anyway,
No, just on this note, right? Oz actually has a really blessed way of how he puts on weight. He puts it on in the upper body. Like, his arms and shoulders get bigger. It looks like you've just gone to the gym heaps, in my opinion. You're rounder in the face, but...
I got a big belly. I've always had a round head.
Like, when I put on weight, it's just in the gut. In the gut, the face, and the legs. My arms are just, you know. Anyway, so you... At least you put on weight in a bit of way.
Thanks, Shad.
Yeah.
Hey, your fat looks like muscles.
Yeah, exactly.
That's really good.
It's great. I wish I had put on weight like that.
Yeah. What are you looking at, Nathan?
I don't know.
Have you ever put on weight like that?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, no, I have. Last year.
All in the hips?
In the face a bit. Like, this is all a bit of fat in the belly.
In the belly?
Yeah.
Okay. So you don't get the, like, pear shape when you put it on?
I haven't put it on enough yet to know.
No, so you haven't really...
I'm way past pear shape. I'm like pumpkin shape. I like sag down where my head is.
It's like inflated shape where you just...
I'm like just a water balloon. You know, like water balloon, like you just put it on the floor and just like.
Alright, well, thank you for watching, guys. We love your comments, love you, and we'll see you on the next video on soon to be determined name of channel.
Working title nights.
Working title nights.